Hello viewers, I hope you all are doing fine, and this video is specially for my students who all are preparing for the upcoming board examination. I'm sure you must have prepared well for this examination. This video is a quick recap, or you can say a quick revision of a very interesting chapter, that is the third level. As you know, the third level is the first chapter of your supplementary book, and this chapter is written by Jack Finney. Many students find this chapter a bit difficult, but actually it's a very simple story. It is a science fiction. The chapter, the third level, is a science fiction where the author Jack Finney shows the condition of people, the trauma that people go through after war, right? So as you must be knowing by now that the main character of this chapter is Charlie. Charlie, he was a businessman and he lives in New York, right? I'll try to make the chapter very simple so that you can easily revise. So he lives in New York and he is a businessman. One night what happens is that he was coming late from office and he wanted to go back to his home. He don't want to go anywhere else. He just wants to reach his home, and back in his home he has his wife Louisa, right? So he was late. Usually he travels by bus, but when he is late he used to travel by train. And that night also, since he was late, he thought that he will go to the Grand Central Station. Grand Central Station is the railway station of New York, and everybody knows that the Grand Central Station, it has got two levels, it has got two floors, the first floor and the second floor. It's underground, so the first level and then the second level, right? So he thought that he will go to the Grand Central Station, he will catch a train and he will reach his home, right? So he went to the first level, he entered the Grand Central Station, and he says, Jack Finney says that whenever Charlie enters, whenever he visits the Grand Central Station, it so happens that he finds new corridors, he will find new doors, he will enter the Grand Central Station, and as he will keep on walking in the railway station, finally he will end up in some other place. So he feels, sometimes Charlie feels that the Grand Central Station, it is growing like a tree, right? So this is what he thinks, this is what Charlie thinks. And anyways, he went to the Grand Central Station and he was in the first level and he was looking for trains. He didn't find any, so he went to the second level. So when he went to the second level, he was just moving around and looking for the trains, checking out the timetables, the train schedules and all those things. And then finally he was lost. What lost? He found a new corridor. He found a new door, and he opened the door and he found himself in a corridor, but he didn't stop. He kept on walking through that corridor, right? He was walking, the corridor took him to the left, then it took him to the right, then it took him a little bit down, then up. So he was moving around, and gradually he noticed that in that corridor he was the only one who is walking, but he didn't stop himself. He kept on walking, and finally he landed up in a completely new floor. He found himself in a completely new level. As he reached a new level, he noticed that this new level is different from the other two levels, the first level and the second level, or the first floor and the second floor. It's different. This floor is very different. What difference? If you read the chapter, you'll find everything there. So he noticed that in this level, in the third level, there are few ticket counters, and the people who were there in the third level, that floor, they were the dress which they were wearing, it was not modern outfits, okay? It seemed as if they were wearing dresses of 1890s, right? So, and the ticket counters were small, the light, there was not enough light in that floor. He found that there were dim lights. Then he noticed that the men in that floor, they were wearing green eyeshadow, they had big handlebar mustaches, okay, and the women, they were wearing different types of dress, not at all modern outfits, right? So when he was just looking around, then he observed these things, and he just realized that he is not in the present, okay, because everything is different. This level, this floor itself is different from the other two level, and the people here, they were wearing different type of dresses. So as he was looking around, then his eyes fell on a boy who was selling newspaper. He went close and he took a newspaper. The name of the newspaper was The World, okay, and he checked the date there. It's not 1950s, the story is set in 1950s, but that newspaper which that boy was selling, it was of 1894. So the moment, and that newspaper, the World newspaper, is not published in the present days, okay, it is to be published in the past. So when he saw this newspaper, he was double sure that he is not in the present and he is in the past. So when he realized that he is in the past, so Charlie just wanted one thing. Let me tell you, Charlie always, he is very nostalgic of the past. He always wants to go to Galesburg. Galesburg is the place where he was probably born and brought up. So he has in his mind that place Galesburg. For him, Galesburg is a very, very peaceful place. So he wants to go back to those days when every people lived a very comfortable life, people lived a very relaxed and peaceful life. So he wants to go to that place, okay, not Galesburg of the 1950s, mind it, Galesburg of 1890s. So when now standing in that floor, when he was sure that he is not in the present, he is in the past, so he thought, what about buying 2 tickets to Galesburg of 1894. So he understood that since he is in the past, he will be easily able to get those tickets to Galesburg of 1890s. So he went to the ticket counter. He has got money in his pocket. He went to the ticket counter and he asked for 2 tickets, one for himself and another for his wife, Louisa. And when he gave the money forward to the clerk out there who was selling the tickets, the clerk threatened him that by saying that he is trying to fool him by giving him fake money, because the money which Charlie was handling and the money that the clerk was handling, it was not matching at all. Obviously that clerk was handling old style, old currency, and Charlie's money is definitely modern day. So the clerk threatened him that if he is trying to cheat him, then he will be handed over to the police. And then Charlie thought that jail of the past and jail of the present, there is no difference. So he don't want to get into the jail. So he understood what's going on. So he went out through the same corridor through which he entered the Grand Central Station, right? Now, this is not the first time that is happening with Charlie. As I told you, most of the time, whenever he visits the Grand Central Station, he finds himself in new places. He finds himself in new corridors, new rooms, new doors. And he has got a friend who was a psychiatrist, and you know that his name is Sam. So once he shared these things with his friend Sam, that everybody in New York knows that the Grand Central Station has got 2 timetables, but why it's he that finds 3rd level, why he finds the 3rd floor. And then Sam say that, Charlie, it's nothing but this is your waking dream wish fulfillment. You are actually disturbed, okay, you are disturbed by the world situation, you are disturbed by the war and everything, you are stressed out, so you find yourself in different situations, which in different places of the Grand Central Station, which actually doesn't exist. And this also disturbed Louisa, because Louisa thought that why my husband is so unhappy. Then Sam said that there is nothing to worry about. He is worried because of the world situation. And Sam suggested that you need to forget about Galesburg. You need to keep yourself busy with your hobby. And remember that Charlie's hobby is stamp collection. Okay. So Sam always suggested that you forget about Galesburg, you forget about Galesburg of the past. And Louisa also, his wife also tried to make him understand that Galesburg of the past, a peaceful Galesburg, it doesn't exist. Everything has changed. But here Charlie being Charlie, he always had this in mind that he will go to Galesburg. Anyway, so he was disappointed because he couldn't buy the tickets. So since he couldn't buy the tickets, as I told you, he came back, and after coming out of the Grand Central Station that night, uh, he didn't give up his search for the third level. So what he did was that he whatever money he had in his account, one fine day, what he did, he took out all the money, and he exchanged that money for he exchanged that money, and after exchanging the money, he got very less, around $200 he got. Okay, so he was exchanging more, but he got back very less, $200. But although he got very less money, he was quite satisfied, he was happy, because he knew that in Galesburg of 1894, the things were not very expensive, they were cheap. Eggs will be only 18 cents, so $200 will be enough for him. So he was very happy. And now, with money in his pocket, Charlie, again, he was looking out for the third level. But unfortunately, what happens, as you know, that he failed to find the Grand Central Station. He couldn't find the Grand Central. He had the money, everything is ready, just he needs the ticket and he needs the third level. But he didn't find the third level again. So when he was disappointed, his wife Louisa again asked him that he should forget about Galesburg. He should keep himself busy with his philately. He should keep himself busy with his stamp collection. Charlie was disappointed, but then gradually he tried to detach himself about this Galesburg, and he was focusing more on his hobby. But then something strange happened. What is that? That his psychiatrist friend Sam, who lives in New York, suddenly he is not to be found anywhere. Okay, he just disappeared, as it is given in the story, as you have read. And probably he might have gone to some other places. It's not necessary that he will inform Charlie and go, but our Charlie, the protagonist, he assumed that Sam must have gone to Galesburg. Now, there is also a reason why Charlie assumed that Sam must have gone to Galesburg. Charlie remembered that whenever he used to tell to Sam about Galesburg, Sam said, he admitted that although he didn't believe that Galesburg, the peaceful Galesburg, still exists, but he loves the sound, he loves the name Galesburg. And then Charlie also thought that after all, Sam is a city boy, and since he's a city boy, definitely he also must be having this interest in spending time in say in a rural area where there is peace, life is very not hurried there. So he must be having interest in living life in the outskirts or out of New York, in a faraway place where there is peace, life is very relaxed there. Okay, so Charlie thinks that Sam is a city boy, so he must have gone to Galesburg. And Sam also told me that he loves the name of Galesburg. So Charlie was quite sure that Sam must have gone to Galesburg. Now, what happens is that, as I told you, Charlie's hobby is stamp collecting. He has got different stamps of different years, a huge collection, and his grandfather. Another thing is that when in the beginning, when he used to share with Sam that he finds the third level and all those stuff, as I told you, Sam said that it is he told that this is your waking dream wish fulfillment. You are actually stressed, that's why you find yourself in this type of situation. Then Charlie didn't accept it. Charlie he defended himself by saying that no, my grandfather, Sam said that even your Charlie, even your stamp collection is also a way of escaping from reality, a way of escaping from this world. You want to escape from this chaos, this disturbance of this world. That's why you find yourself in this type of situation. That's why you involve or engage yourself in this hobby and all. Then Charlie defended himself by saying that no, my grandfather was also a stamp collector. So he was not unhappy, he was not disturbed, he was absolutely happy. So Charlie never accepted that he is disturbed or he wants to escape. Now, after this, that Sam disappeared, Sam is not found in New York. So one day Charlie was looking at his stamp collection, and among his stamp collection there were also first day covers. So first day covers, I hope you all know about it. I'll not go into the detail of it. So first day covers are usually envelopes which consist of a blank page, and the first day covers are never opened because there is nothing to be opened. If you open that, you'll find only a blank page. So he found the first day cover, and he is actually not supposed to open it because first day covers are never open. But Charlie, he opened it, and to his surprise, he took out the page, and he was so surprised that instead of a blank page, he found a small note, he found a small letter which you can find in your chapter at the last page of that chapter, a small letter written to him by his psychiatrist friend Sam. Okay, so, and he noticed the date is 18th July 1894. So Sam is writing that letter to Charlie in the year 1894. Is this possible? It's not, right? But this is why this chapter is science fiction. It's scientific at the same time, it's fantasy, it's imagination, completely Charlie's imagination. So he read the letter wherein Sam had written that when you told me about Galesburg, Charlie, I found it very difficult to believe, but now I believe it because I myself is in Galesburg. And here life is very relaxed. Somebody is singing, somebody is playing the piano, somebody is inviting me for a drink. So it's worth searching. Keep searching for the third level and come back to Galesburg. Charlie was again inspired, and he was so happy that Sam, his assumption came out to be true, that Sam is in Galesburg. And he thought that, yes, why Sam? Sam is my psychiatrist, right? So definitely he must be in Galesburg. And Sam never wanted to be a psychiatrist, and he always wanted to have food, hay, feed and grain business, so which it's difficult for him to do in New York. So now that he is in Galesburg, my friend Sam, he must have started his favorite business, and definitely in Galesburg he cannot go back to his old business. His old business means psychiatry. So obviously in the year 1894, when there was no war and all, life was very nice, peaceful, and people, they were not mentally disturbed, there was no stress and chaos around, so there was no need of a psychiatrist. So rightly Charlie said that my friend Sam, he cannot go back to his old business, therefore he must have started his hay, feed and grain business. And he went to the coin store where he can exchange money, and when Charlie went there, he came to know that yes, Sam has also exchanged money. Now see, Sam exchanging money, he can exchange money. He might have exchanged money for some other purpose, but it's not necessary that he had exchanged money for going to Galesburg, which is completely impossible. But Charlie thinks that Sam had exchanged money for that, and he is sure that Sam is in Galesburg with the letter there. Letter is the proof, and also the fact that Sam had exchanged money, that is also the proof, right? So this is where the story ends. A very short story, but very, very interesting story, where we find that time travel, okay, which is not possible now, but this is something very illogical, but which might be possible in the future. We never know about it. But then, so here in this short story, we find how People today, we are stressed out, we have a lot of tension, we have a lot of worry, and how we try to escape from the present. There are more things to the chapter. This is not just everything. So I will suggest that you please go through the chapter line by line. Do take note of the word meanings, right? And prepare very well. Not very difficult chapter. I will not say that you watch only my videos, you go through other videos, but be sure with your textbook. You read the chapter line by line, be sure of the word meanings, the questions which your teachers must have given you. Okay, revise everything, go through the previous year's sample papers, and I'm sure if you do this, you will be very, very well prepared. So that's it for today. Have a great day and all the best for your examination. Thank you.